Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be guiding you through all of the SC locations in EToH, and I will also link the timestamps down below so you can skip straight to the portal room you're looking for. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the portal locations. To get into the Thanos Tower portal room, you need to go to the community items and then grab the Thanos gauntlet. Once you have done that, wander to the psychologically unsafe area where there are Tower of Impossible Expectations and Tower of True Skill. These towers won't be necessary, you just have to walk right past them and then enter the sewer grate, which should open automatically with the gauntlet. And this is Thanos Tower. Tower of Mind Breaking is a very simple tower to find in Forgotten Ridge. You have to do one of the obbies under the island to get to the portal room. I usually skip majority of said obbies by doing this skip by jumping down to the following obstacles. Once you're here, do the final jumps and follow the obstacles all the way until the portal room. And here is Tower of Mind Breaking. Tower of Difficulty chart can be found very easily as well. Just walk up to the psychologically unsafe area, past Tower of Table Flipping and Tower of Eternal Suffering. Finally, do a corner clear by pressing F on the corner sticking out. Tower of Confusion is a little bit more tedious. Make your way outside of the ring-free lobby. Once you're outside, follow where I go. So how's the weather? Doing anything lately? Once you're around here, you should find a gap in the cliffside. Here you'll find a simple obstacle course that you should be able to get so you can go to the main obstacle course. Yeah, that's right, a main obstacle course. Don't worry, this is easy. Firstly, just cross these two tightropes by keeping your cursor in the middle of the tightrope. Jump to the next platform and then do more tightropes. Yeah, it's just tightrope spam, isn't it? Finally, to do these jumps, do them sideways with shift lock. Once you're here, you have made it to the Tower of Confusion portal room, also known as the Room of Absolute Garbage. Get the badge and press the button so you can make it back very quickly without doing all of that. To find Tower of Inception, firstly, go to the Towers area. Like most portal rooms, this is also a walking simulator. Go to the hidden tunnel right next to Spiraling Heights. Then once you're at the end of that tunnel, go above the tunnel to find the portal room. Firstly, to find Tower of Icy Blizzards, go up to the viewing area. This will be located inside of a pink mystery portal. Once you're there, follow where I go so that you can jump down onto the following tree and then teleport to the portal room. And here is Tower of Icy Blizzards. To get to Tower of Frightening Nightmares, you have to go to the psychologically unsafe area, which is where Tower of Frightening Nightmares is. But there's a catch, you have to do the obby to get to Tower of Frightening Nightmares. It starts off with a long jump, then a jump to a ladder, then ladder flick off, and then do a wrap to the final jump. And here is Tower of Frightening Nightmares. To get to ToEH, go to the Towers area. Once here, go to the psychologically unsafe area. This is located past the advanced area and past the obby, getting to the psychologically unsafe area. The obby is really just a few jumps and shouldn't be too much of a concern. Once you're here, go to the ledge and then jump down onto the scaffolding. Climb up the slanted parts of the scaffolding until you reach the top. Yeah, this is repetitive. Once you're here, go to the X pusher and then push it all the way until the portal room island. Firstly, for Tower of Strategic Mechanics, you're going to want to follow me. And yes, this is a walking simulator. Finally, once you're here, go inside of the tunnel and then take the zip line to the obbies. Take the obby that is button activated. You'll have 15 seconds to cross relatively easy parkour. mainly consisting of wraps, tight ropes, more wraps, a jump or two, and now you're here. Go the same way we did for Tower of Strategic Mechanics, and then take the other obby this time. After those wraps and jumps, you're going to roughly align your camera on the wall and then jump to the next wall. Wrap straight onto the ladder and then flick off onto the other wrap. After that, you're now here. Firstly, for Tower of Wicked Fortress, you're going to want to go to the psychologically unsafe area, assuming you've unlocked it already. Now keep the lights off and navigate to Tower of Rhythm Heaven and Tower of Climactic Beats. This may serve as a challenge, however the magma purple substance below should act as a light. However, if you're still lost, follow where I go. The reason we can't turn the lights on is because the portal room will not be open. Now we're here. Go to the near back of the area and then jump down onto the lower cliffside. Navigate through the crevice and to the portal room. Now that you're here, you're going to want to climb up the absolutely huge staircase. And once you've climbed up, you will encounter Tower of Wicked Fortress. Tower of Extreme Hell starts by going to the psychologically unsafe area. To do this, follow where I'm going, and once you're there, go past Tower of Ultraviolent and Tower of Yearning Victory. Then hop across these secret invisible platforms and then touch the yellow brick. And here is Tower of Extreme Hell. Tower of Terrifying Beauty starts by going to the platform behind the credits and then go inside of the wall. Grab the item and then follow the newly spawned path. After some time, this should take you outside of the lobby and then to a newly spawned graveside. Strangely enough, you have to hop into the grave and then you'll spawn in another graveyard. Go across the graveyard until you meet the stone you have to insert the sword in, because for some reason you have to create the Excalibur, the sequel. Upon doing that, a door should have opened and then you should be able to find Tower of Terrifying Beauty. Tower of Elongated Runs starts by going up to the Citadel by going where I'm going. This involves jumping up a torch, going past the viewing area, jumping up a few more stones, and then you should reach the portal. However, you don't want that portal. You want the button on the side of the castle. Upon completing that, go back inside the castle and then make your way to the viewing area. It's like the way you went to get to the Citadel, except you have to go inside of the viewing area and not above it. Complete the quick obstacle by wrapping to get to the viewing area portal. Once you're here, go to the doorway and you should find yourself at Tower of Elongated Runs. To get to Tower of Suffering outside, go outside and then run towards the portal room. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And once you have finished that, you should be able to see Tower of Suffering outside. To get to ToEI, climb up the pile of rocks and then climb across the wall where there should be more rocks poking out of the wall. Wrap onto the wooden beam and then go through the hidden tunnel. You should find Tower of Externalizing Insanity. To find Tower of Generation Failure, go through to the cat therapy and then go into the fountain. Once that is done, maneuver through the spikes as the water is carrying you, and then after that, go to the left and then corner flip through the corner out of the wall. Hit the button and then reset. Now go to the sky lobby. Here you'll want to go towards the left where the slope is. Jump from the slope to the tree, which may take a while, and then go from the tree all the way to the window and then to the back wall where you want to jump through. To find the insanity inducing towers, go to the castle and then go to the dining area. Then go through to the kitchen and into the back where you'll find the towers. And here is ToHA, ToBT and ToCA. To find the mentally traumatizing towers, go through to the throne room and then to the fountain room and then go through this painting, which should contain all three of the towers. Here we go. You'll need to click a bunch of towers. In order to do this, you'll need to know which towers you need to click in what order. To do this, go through the obby to find the towers, or skip ahead to see the order. However, the order may have changed from now and whenever you're watching this, so you can do this obby just to update your list. There is a bunch of hard wraps and a bunch of 1 studs, but hopefully it's no issue. Once you're here, find the sign which should contain all the towers in the order you should click them in. Once you are finished putting the towers in your chat bar, climb up the vine on the other side of the room, and then you should find yourself back in the throne room. Pretty much all of the towers can be found by on the top of the throne room, which you can click there. However, Tower of Anger cannot be found there, so you have to go into the fountain room to click it. Hopefully there is no troubles in trying to find the towers that you need to click. And as you can see here, this is what I was talking about how tier A is actually in a different room, the fountain room, so you need to click the statue. Once you're done with that, follow me and head up the following stairs to the practice area. You'll notice that the pathway to the trapdoor is actually possible and the trapdoor is actually open. And here is Tower of Augmented Misery, Tower of Champions Road, and Tower of Cruel Punishment. To reach Tower of Thinning Layers, go left of the beginners area and then go to the ledge poking out of the land. At the end of the ledge, you should find a doorway which you should enter. Once you're inside, cross the tie rope and then you should find yourself at Tower of Thinning Layers. To get to Tower of Double Trouble, get to the psychologically unsafe area. To do this, you can climb the ladders up on top of the lobby building, and then climb more and more ladders up into the psychologically unsafe area. Once you're there, climb up the pile of rocks and then go left of the hill. You should find platforms to jump across, which should eventually lead you into the tunnel. This tunnel will lead you to Tower of Double Trouble. Tower of Hopeless Hell is a very hard tower to reach. Get the lantern from the snowman in the community items. Then, go into the basement at the back of the lobby, and then proceed to do this obstacle course. This obstacle course will contain a few 1 studs and a few wraps. However, if you utilize the lantern you grabbed, you should be just fine. For the following X-shaped jump ahead, make sure to get midway up the slant and then wrap onto the other slant. You may be near the end of the first obstacle course, but that doesn't mean you're near the end of all of the obstacle courses. However, don't worry, this second obby is just like the first. Except now, the jumps have more variety and have more tilted walls and stuff like that. Once you weave through these walls and wrap once more, there should be a tightrope. Align your cursor in the middle of the tightrope so you can do the tightrope easily. And once you are finished the tightrope, you should encounter the button to open the portal room. The button saves across all servers, so don't worry about failing this obby, but preferably do make the obby back. And now when you jump into the basement, you should just automatically go back to the portal area, and this arrow should point to Tower of Hopeless Hell. You know, the only reason I'm doing Pit of Misery is because in other videos where I do every so and such, people always request Pit of Misery, even though you could probably find most of these locations easily. For ToSE, literally just climb up the slope. You can climb up the left slope first, but whatever, you're gonna make it up there anyways. Surprisingly, this area was the most painful thing to do because I had to make each and every single sign. But yeah, do this obby and then the first thing you should see is all 4 of these towers above, which is Tower of Vacant Hindrances, Tower of the Roast Peak, Tower of Eternal Void, and Tower of Watermelon. And as you can see, I take way too long browsing through the towers. This time for the Unreals, you literally just have to take an X pusher from the previous location. You know, at least I won't get any more Pit of Misery complaints. But yeah, once you're here, climb up on top of the island to find Tower of Blind Fate and Tower of Spiling Fates. ToIV is probably the only helpful thing in this tutorial. Climb up this spike and land on the following post that supports the obby up above. Climb up the island now and then go around until you can find a big pillar. Use the pillar to get up on the next part of the hill, and then climb on the next spike, go up, and then get up to the top of the hill. And this is how you get to Citadel of Infinite Void easily. For ToIF, go down to the psychologically unsafe area and then pull the lever. Wait for the lava to drain, go inside of the emblem where you should teleport to this room. Once you're in the room, activate the timer and then climb down into the hole in the wall and climb backwards into it. And here's ToIF. To get to tier AAA, go down to the intermediate and advanced area. Then go under the advanced area and then to the power box where there should be a button that you need to press. Once you have pressed it, go back up and up further to the main lobby. This will take a bit. Once you're here, go into the room of the generator, go to the right of the generator, and then go into the emblem. And here is Tower of Astronomically Aimless Annoyances. Tower of Polychromatic Zero starts by finding both of the turrets, red and blue. You need to push both of these turrets to the white mushroom, which will turn red and blue. But to do that, you have to press the top of the turret once it's in front of the white mushroom, so that you can give the color to the mushroom. And you have to do this twice, one turret found in the credits room and one turret found in the Citadel room. But once you have both turrets finished, then the mushroom will transform and then you should be able to jump into it and find yourself in the TOPZ portal room. And here is Tower of Polychromatic Zero. To get to Tower of Alien Radiance, you have to make your way to the top of the lobby. This requires a bit of climbing and a bit of walking, but you'll eventually make your way there. Once you reach the floating platform, get on top of the floating platform and then wrap off of it onto another platform. And then once again, do a wrap like head hitter onto the next platform, jump over the ledge, and then you should find yourself at the command center. At the command center, insert the code UFO-AR47. Once you enter that code, then the command center should signal to a UFO, which will eventually come down and pick you up. Now you have a bit of walking left between you and the ToAR portal. Oh well, it's gonna take a bit, just give it a bit. And here is Tower of Alien Radiance. Firstly, for TOTDA, you're going to want to go towards the building which has the practice area. Next, climb up the slanted roof which was broken off. Then go into this room which should have the Sky Lobby portal. Now, go across the emergency zipline. Once you're on the zipline, you need to time when you jump off the zipline and onto the next zipline. You should be able to see a slightly visible zipline on top of the main zipline upcoming. Now that you're on the second zipline, you should be well on your way to getting to the portal room. Jump off the zipline when you reach the amalgam, and then you should end up finding Tower of the Dripping Amalgam. Instead of getting the push box, go straight to the beginners section and then go down all the way to the tiny tunnel. Now try and cross this gap without jumping. You usually won't get it first try, but you'll get it quicker than the push box. And here's ToMM. To get to Tower of Fractured Memories, you're going to need a sign and 2 emblems to form a portal. Firstly, we'll be getting the sign, which is just next to the beginners area. And while my way of getting to the platform of the sign was very impractical, it's still decently easy to find and get to. Now take the way I took, but in reverse, so that you can get out of the platform and get back to the beginners area. Now for emblem number 1, you're going to want to head to the advanced towers area. Obviously this may take a bit of walking, but eventually you'll make it there. access the advanced towers area like normal, and then go to the platform that has no tower portal. Behind some barrels you should find the first emblem. To get the second emblem, go out of the main advanced towers area and then go above the climbing rope. Climb up the meteor and then go above the advanced towers hallway. Go up the left beam, around the room, and then go onto the room below so that you can find the final emblem. Now you should make your way to the psychologically unsafe towers. This is also gonna take a bit of time. Once you're here, you should find an incomplete portal, which you need to form with the sign and the two emblems. And then, once it's fully formed, you should be able to enter. And here is the portal room for ToFM. Head left and then you should end up in the main portal area. And here is Tower of Fractured Memories. Tower of Uncanny Agony can be accessed by putting in a code inside of a keypad. This keypad is found near the beginner's area. Once you're there, input the code 4571. Once you've entered that code, go back to the main lobby and then go under the elevator. Just so you know, you don't have to do the ToFM and ToUH portal locations again. The access to the portal locations should just be there when you join. Now enter Sector E and then you should find Tower of Uncanny Agony. To find ToRER, you have to go to the advanced area, jump up the airship, and then go into the cavern below. And yes, this method of reaching the portal is mostly a walking simulator. But I'll reiterate, once you're here, jump off the airship and then run into the cavern below. Once you reach the bottom, find a blue sort of house looking structure and then go towards it. The structure should have an eye on top. You should enter the structure and then you'll find yourself in the Tower of Rough Endoplasmic Reticulum portal room. And after these few jumps, you'll find Tower of Rough Endoplasmic Reticulum. To find Tower of Astral Eclipse, you need to go to the psychologically unsafe area. To do this, you need to take an elevator by pressing the button, and then you need to go to the observatory, which contains the psychologically unsafe area. When you're here, you need to click the stars and form them to make a Tower of Astral Eclipse portal frame. Once you have done this, the planet should turn purple in the middle and you should be able to jump into it. You can either climb the stairs or fall down below to get straight to the portal. And here is Tower of Astral Eclipse. For Tower of Descent into Exile, you also need to jump off the airship in the advanced area. However, the difference is you actually don't go down into the cavern. And yes, this is also a whole lot of walking. Once you're down here, go towards the left and go across the terrain on the left until you find a little opening in the cliffside. The opening should just be here. Touch the little brick with the question marks on it and you should be transported to the question mark team. Once you do this, you have to reset and you have to die. Haha. Now press the button and press the little blue brick so that you can go back to the normal team and die again. Ha. Once that is done, make the journey up to the beginner towers. Once you get on top of the beginner towers, you should find a tunnel which you should jump down in order to get to Tower of Descent into Exile's portal room. And now follow where I go in order to find Tower of Descent into Exile. And here it is. To find Tower of Hollow Reformations and all of the SCs, you have to go to the psychologically unsafe area by first getting to the advanced area. Do this by swinging to the advanced island and swing to the next island so you can get transported by this little orb teleportation thingy so you can go to the psychologically unsafe towers. Then hit this button, wait for the cutscene, then take the obstacles to the black hole. You should really only need to take one obstacle in the middle to get to the black hole. Tower of Hollow Reformations can be found in the insane coloured pathway. And here is Tower of Hollow Reformations. Tower of Panelling Barricades can be found in the extreme pathway. This is by far probably the most boring, modern portal room in the game. Tower of Wildly Wacky Wonders can be found in the terrifying pathway. The portal room is inspired by Windows 96's How to See Through Walls album. Tower of Empty Meaningless Patterns can be found through the catastrophic pathway. And it has this very interesting alleyway type environment. And here's who I believe to be the creator of the tower, eating a sponge. And here is ToEMP. Well, that's the end of the video, I suppose. Reminder to, I suppose, subscribe, comment, like, whatever. But you can also join the Discord server, because I'm close to 250 subs, and I have a special which is meant for sync lore, so you can comment in that sync lore channel and potentially be featured in one of my videos. Obviously you need level 5 and you need to obviously contribute to the lore. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, goodbye.